strange doing an assembly without all of you in front of me. Maybe it feels a little bit strange watching this assembly from home. To be honest, it feels a little bit lonely. So to make me feel a little bit better, I've brought along our assembly friends, and I hope they enjoy listening to the story I'm going to tell you today. Maybe you'd like to go and grab a cuddly to give you some company as well. Well, this half term, our assemblies are all going to be about being brave. I wonder if you've ever felt a little bit scared or frightened. I certainly have. And at those times, we need to find courage to face those fears and make us feel better. Wow, I've got a few clues about today's story. Let's have a look at them. I've got a flag. I wonder if any of you know what that flag is. I've got a dragon. That's quite a friendly one. I've put the one that looks a bit scarier further away from me. And inside, we've got a knight in the middle of the dragons. Anybody guessed it? That's right. I'm going to tell you a story about St. George. St. George is very, very important to England because he is the patron saint of England. And tomorrow is St. George's Day, when we celebrate him especially. Now I wonder if you can have a look in that hippocampus and think back to last term when we thought about another saint, St. David. He's the patron saint of Wales. And if you remember, our friends Mabel and Hattie, who are both Welsh, came to school that morning, came into the bunting room, into assembly, and they were wearing some special Welsh clothes. Wow, just like St. David, we don't know a lot about St. George. And what we do know, we wonder, is it true or is it a legend? Well, the most famous story about St. George teaches us that he was very, very brave. There was a village, and in that village there was a terrible dragon, I should think a little bit like that one, who was swooping down and causing all sorts of chaos in the village, and it made the people who lived there very, very frightened. And the sad thing was, to stop the dragon causing too much damage, he wanted, once a day, to eat somebody from the village. How awful is that? But they did it so that they could feel a little bit safe. Well, St. George was a knight, and he would walk around places, seeing who needed his help. And he heard about this village and decided they definitely needed his help. So he went there, and he was so brave because he fought that dragon. He fought him. And do you know what? He won. He killed the dragon, and the villagers didn't have to be frightened anymore. So we remember St. George for his incredible bravery. I think he probably knew that God was on his side and would protect him when he was battling that mightily ferocious dragon. Well, I'm going to read you a story today. You might have spotted it on the table. It's called George and the Dragon. But the George in this story is a little bit different to the one that we remember, who was a brave knight, and the one that we'll be thinking about tomorrow. George and the Dragon. Far, far away, in the high, high mountains, in a deep, deep valley, in a dark, dark cave, there lived a mighty dragon. Gosh, he does look scary. He reminds me of that one over there. He could fly higher than the clouds and faster than all the birds. He could burn down a forest with a blast of his fiery breath. He could smash a castle wall with a flick of his mighty tail. And he could brush away an army with a sweep of his monstrous wing. There was nothing so fierce and so terrible as the mighty dragon. And we can see here, look, he's grabbed somebody. I wonder if that's going to be his breakfast, like the one in the story of the real St. George. But this dragon had a secret. A big secret. Well, actually, a very small secret. He was terrified of mice. Can you imagine a mighty dragon a mouse moved into the cave next door. The mouse's name was George. Now, George didn't much care for the cave next door. It was cold and dark and draughty. The previous owner had been a bat, so the fixtures and furnishings were most inconvenient. I wonder if you can see that the beds are upside down on the roof, on the ceiling. And the nearest cheese shop was miles and miles away. George was feeling rather miserable, and to make matters worse, he had no sugar for his tea. I know, said George. I'll just pop next door and see if I can borrow some. So he did. I think you can guess what might happen next. I say, you couldn't loan me a couple of lumps of sugar, could you? Asked George. Ah! Screamed the dragon. And fled. Oh, blow, groaned George. No tea then. But George did get his tea after all, with 2 lumps of sugar. And he got cheese too, and nuts, and berries, and biscuits, and crackers, and cream cheese sandwiches, and jelly, and ice cream, and fairy cakes with pink icing, and a cosy little hole in the castle wall, which says, "Beware of the mouse." And hopefully that will be enough to keep that naughty dragon far away so he doesn't frighten the people who live inside it anymore. I wonder if you have things that frighten you. We all do. I'll tell you what I'm frightened of. I know some of you already know. It's horses. Which is silly, because I've never really spent much time around horses, but they do frighten me. Maybe I need to be a little bit like St. George and be brave and face my fears. I don't think he can come and chase my fears away for me, but maybe I could learn from him and just be brave. Now, I think it's time for a song, and the song we're going to sing today is the one about our school. So I'm going to put it on the computer. You need to stand up, and you can join in with me as we sing it together. Well done. I like singing that song. Time for a prayer. So I'm going to light the candle. Hopefully you're going to put your hands together and close your eyes. Whilst I read the prayer, you'll make it your own by saying Amen at the end. Dear God, help me to face my dragons, the things that I find really scary. You are bigger than all of those things, and you are not scary at all. Help me today and every day. Amen. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that first assembly pre-prep. Next week, I might find a different room to do it in. Maybe each week I'll see if I can do a different room in pre-prep. And if there's a time this week when you need to be brave, maybe think about St.George. It might just help you. Now I'm going to leave assembly now, and I'm going to put the music on, but I'll see you all next week.